All right, before we get started, we have a wonderful guest here today that's been a big supporter of the Women's Health and Fitness Expo since the beginning, and this is the 16th Annual Health and Fitness Expo. So first, let's start. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Ulster County Executive Mike Hein.
Thank you very much. First off, thank you all for being here. I promise you I will not take too much time because I don't want to stand between you and what's going on behind me, which is very exciting. I do want to say, though, a huge thank you to Dr. Karnashevitz, her entire team who's actively involved in this process. And I want you to know something. Because of the Women's Health and Fitness Expo and so many other efforts, Ulster County is continuing to get significantly healthier. We've moved in the Robert Wood Johnson National Health Rankings, these rankings of all counties all around the entire country, up from 35th 7 years ago to now we are at 16th. We're making huge strides as a community coming together because of events just like this. And with that, I will tell you, this is a little bit like watching TV made. It's impressive. This is very impressive. We are blessed in our area to have some of the most extraordinary chefs. Our proximity to the CIA and so many other things. I always joke with a friend of mine. I said, if you have a culinary chef in your town, wherever you are in the country, that's the hottest restaurant in town. Every restaurant has a culinary chef in our community. That's just how it is. We're that fortunate. And I will tell you, we're also fortunate to have incredible people and incredible restaurants, by the way, like the Bowery Dugout. And so, without further ado, I'd like to introduce the owner, the operator, and a wonderful friend of the people of Ulster County, Bruce Paley.
Thank you, Michael.
Bruce, thank you so much.
Well, welcome everybody to an enjoyable, what I feel is going to be an enjoyable afternoon and watching these three incredible chefs. Let me introduce from my left, Ed Carpino, who we've had a relationship for many years, a chef extraordinaire and has been an inspiration to me in my cooking experiences and is very knowledgeable. In the middle, I've got Cruz, my head chef at this point. Now, this young man is my protege. I actually think he's cooking a little better than I am anymore. Thank you, Louis. And down on the far end, let's not forget, Alphonse Squillante, also another chef extraordinaire, executive chef to Canoe Hill Vineyards. And it's been cooking around, had his own catering place, deli, and many, many years of experience. We probably have 30 and 15, 75 years of cooking experience on the stage without adding mine. So with that, I'd like to introduce our judges for this event. So we got Tommy Keegan from Keegan Ales, our microbrewery on St. James, making beers that we can enjoy and have fun with. Thank you for that, Tommy. We've got Nina Postapek, Ulster County's clerk, keeping business in town and all about Ulster County. And Robert Tanner from Tanner Dolls, making collectible dolls, exquisite action figures. And if you'd like to see his thing, he's online. And just Robert has a passion for these dolls for his whole life. Okay, with that, a couple of rules. Well, one of the rules we have is the chefs at any cookout, cook down or slam down, and I'll go a little backwards, slam down and cook off. So it's a cook off, but there's really no losers. There's one winner. That winner will get his opportunity to donate a $100 gift certificate, $100 monetary donation to the charity of his choice. And the slam down is my wife and I, on Monday when I cook, it's like, honey, don't you have anything for me to work with? So saying that, these guys are getting slammed down because this is everything that I brought them. So we talk about hard, healthy cooking. We have salmon that's very user-friendly, has great omega fats in it, and everything that's all good about fish. So we have some grains, all kinds of vegetables, but we have no grains or beans that we need to cook because it takes too much time. And my new challenge as of last night when I set up is that the very sensitive smoke alarm in this auditorium because it's our children. So we took away the butane burner. So now they have to create this dish with just an electric frying pan and their wherewithal. So, I mean, I trust these guys because we've all catered, we've all been in the field, and we've all had things come about us, and I'm sure they can rise to the occasion. If the fire alarm goes off, please do not run to get out of the building. We've made arrangements with Town of Ulster Police and Fire Department. We have somebody at the ready to turn off the alarm as it sounds, so it would be something we did. So with saying that, I tell you chefs, you have a thermostatically controlled device, electric frying pan. Keep it at 300. These guys are talented. I'll let them kick it up a little bit if they're not giving up moisture and smoke. And with that, I don't need that. So they'll get 5 minutes to pick their ingredients. And we have a table full of great items. We have from walnuts, cashews, flaxseed, jicama, pepper assortment, fresh cukes, green and yellow squash, salmon, of course, the main attraction of today's event, organic salads. And we used organic salads and products and homegrown where possible. So this event is a little early for a great harvest time in our county. But I try to use as much county-grown produce, organically safe, and user-friendly, and support local businesses. So we have pure maple syrup from New York State, organic, New Jersey beautiful asparagus, and wherever we possibly could. Microgreens. So the chef's challenge is to create a creation using salmon and some kind of vegetable side dish. And since we had this, I had this opportunity to get this great organic salads, a salad dressing. So we have a couple of different oils that I brought them, peanut, sesame, coconut, and whoever grabs what is going to have to do what they have to do with it. And they will gather, they'll get 5 minutes to gather their products, assemble themselves, and then the clock will start cooking. They're going to get 20 minutes to get to their creation, to do their creations, and then they're going to present them to the judges. So judges, your job, even though it's going to get to eat all this great food, is to pick a winner. And everybody knows you guys. So I think that's really going to be a challenge. So we're going to look for color, presentation, maybe you can see some of their technique. And with that, I say, chefs, let's gather your product and let's get the show going.
Hey, Bruce, you're leaking here.
Eddie, don't take all the good stuff.
Yeah.
And like other slam downs, we're user-friendly here. If these chefs need to come back to the table and get another ingredient, they're certainly welcome to. This is not a thing where we're out to beat anybody up. It's more about you guys seeing how you can prepare heart healthy items and dishes and take this back home and incorporate it in your lifestyle.
Come back to the salad, right?
Yep.
What you think? Come back.
Cool. Very, very cool.
Come back for that.
Strawberries. Come up in the salad. You good?
Come back for spices.
I'm good. Okay.
I couldn't either. Never was. 20 minutes in front of everybody.
Yeah, right.
Up, no hurry. Up, Alphonse, you're jumping the gun?
Yeah.
He doesn't hear on that side. Wait a minute, I got to go to his other side. Wait a minute.
I'm the deaf
Stop
one.
him.
Alphonse!
Yes.
Too fast, I didn't ring the bell yet.
Oh, jeez.
We still got 3 minutes.
This is my good ear.
You know, we do this for a living, and we've cooked for hundreds, thousands of people. You know, I topped out my biggest job was 700, 750. Ed worked for the country club. Alphonse worked for country club. Thousands of people all the time. You get on stage, the camera gets on you, the ball game changes. So we're going to give Alphonse a bye on this one. So, Chef,
Maybe you will.
Okay, Eddie's playing dirty here. Eddie's getting down and dirty. Okay, so should I start the clock?
I'm ready. 5 minutes?
No, it's not 5 minutes yet. You need a little time, Eddie?
No.
I got it. You got... And this is a first. I'm using my phone. I never do that. Everybody knows me. So you actually got a minute to go to start. Chefs, if you give me a high sign, I'm ready here. Go. And Alphonse, he's already gone.
Figures.
I'll go right back.
All right, guys, start your engines. "20 minutes and counting. I'll give you a reading every 5 minutes, then 2, then 1, and then you're done. And chefs, your challenge is to make 3 lunch plates for the judges. And what we feel is a portion. Not my portion, not Eddie's portion, maybe Lewis's portion. And Alphonse, he's small too.
Is he talking about me?
Welcome, guys. Grab a seat in the front. Let's get some of this action. I like when we get to like 15 minutes, then 10 minutes, and they get all nervous. I also would like to thank Dr. Karnashevitz, who I've been doing demonstrations here for the last 6 years myself, and had posed and said, do you think we could do a chopped or a slam down event? And I said, well, let me work on it, see if I can put it together. I thank you so much because it's been quite a challenge. And one of the challenges behind the scenes is that you don't really know what our chefs go through to make a meal or a dinner. So we've actually had, I probably myself have 10 or more man hours in on it, 9 totes of product to just make 9 lunches. So this adds to the challenge. And I'd also like to thank her team for all the hard work they've put into it. And I see Christina in the back, and thank you so much. So we see Eddie's got the green thing going on. Lewis is just chopping up a storm. What do you got going, Al? Easy on?
Well, we have a little asparagus tonight, a little ginger, garlic, orange. I'm doing a little gastrique today. A little citrus gastrique.
So I think Al's going to be the guy that I beat up now. I think you're going to have to lower your temperature because we don't want the fire alarm to go off. Give me 25 less. You got to watch these guys. They always stretch the mind. I'm killing you, right, Al?
No pressure here.
Yeah.
No pressure.
It's harder than you think. You still got your knife skills, Ed?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You certainly got the big knife.
Yeah.
Watch the hot pepper on there, Eddie, so you don't had a little spillage there. My bad. I'm not out to sabotage him. My guy's in the middle. No pressure, Luis! Come on in, guys. Grab a seat. We just started.
Come in through. Here's our sherry vinegar.
Oh, I think Eddie stole that.
Eddie stole the sherry vinegar? Still
Yeah, I
stealing
did.
stuff on me. Can I borrow it 1 second?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, buddy. He's always been doing it. He always does
See,
that.
if you talk nice, it's okay.
Eddie's down here if you need it. Come on, get it.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, you can summon me. I'll bring it over. There's a lot of wires and everything behind there, a little damp floor, so be careful. Go, Louis, go. I'd also like to thank my support team. Thank you, my sister-in-law, Ellen, who was so instrumental in my web work and typing up my stuff and just taking care of business. Of course, my wife, who supports me greatly in a very tough lifestyle that she has to lead because I'm such a workaholic. Chefs, 15 minutes to go. I love that 10 and 5. That's when they start really shaking. Well, I don't know yet. I know it's salmon. Ed has a kale blend going on. He's throwing some peppers. We've got a little flaxseed going on there. He's enhancing it with a little cashew and putting a simmer on it. Louis is just like slicing up a storm. I don't have a clue. I do. I think it's some kind of fresh vegetable salad.
Yes, it is.
Got a little jicama in there?
Yep.
Okay. He's got his salmon lightly sauteing. He's got, I don't know what he's got on there, but I'll let him explain that later when he brings it to the judges. I got to get on Al's, the other side.
You get it on me? I'll be right back.
The next time I'm not giving him a warning. I'm going to look without him here. I could eat that. So guys, I hope you brought your appetites. I mean, this is going to be a lot for you to eat, even though it's a lunch portion.
Yes.
But the good thing is, I brought you takeout containers if you like what you eat.
Bruce, what's the wine selection?
Whatever's left for their deglazing. I wouldn't call it swill, but it's not William Hill. Guys, don't forget you got a vinaigrette coming on. You got salad preparation. And it's getting closer.
Where, here? It's zucchinis, a squash, a little bit of jicama, lime juice, and a few little more things.
Would you like a metal fork for squeezing? Or are you going to work with that plastic? I got a metal one for you, Louis. Favoritism.
Hey, Bruce, will you get the vinegar for me?
Yes, certainly, Ed.
Yeah.
That's both. You want balsamic or sherry?
Balsamic, you got it.
Okay. You know, and this challenge it's a little bit more difficult than you realize, because even though we're on stage, it's a remote situation. So there's really no way to wash your hands. You know, where there's a time period of where you have to cook and deliver your product, and you're not in your environment. So anytime you're not in your environment, it's always a little bit more difficult. Ooh, that's looking good. Hi, guys. Shall I do my queen thing? Or is that the king?
Yeah, I think so.
That's Eddie.
It's a a little mixture of balsamic vinegar, maybe balsamic reduction, and a little white wine for my dressing.
We can plate now, right? I don't have to wait for a bell or anything, do I?
Kind of.
Do I have to wait for a bell?
You got to wait a little bit because you started early, Alphonse.
Bruce, I'm stealing a bowl.
Yeah, if you guys need whatever you need, just ask me. I have some more in the back. I think Alphonse is on high speed mode.
I've got dinner to prepare tonight.
Yes, you certainly can play, Al, but judges, not yet. But the good news is there's only 10 minutes left. Chefs, 10 minutes on the clock. Ooh, that's looking good. This guy's good. He may have jumped the gun. This guy's good.
I'll wait 10 minutes. Yeah. You need any help tonight?
Oh, you don't want to work that hard, Al. Al works very hard. He's graduated. He kind of has the job that we all, as chefs, wish we had. He's a private executive chef, but he earned his wings. He's I don't know, Al. How many years? Childhood or young age?
I started at a very young age. I'm doing this like 40 years now.
He's got 40. And,
who's counting?
Yeah, but who's counting? Debbie, did you hear that? You did, right? Yes, I'll get you an extra bowl, Louis. It may be large, but...
There's more orange left, do you?
Here.
Usually orange?
No, here.
You don't need it?
No, thank you.
Anybody else need any kind of equipment?
A little rose.
Away from the screen, yeah. I'm in awe. I watch these guys work and I say, wow. I forgot the toothpicks, Ed.
Yeah, I know.
You want me to cheat? I can break your tongue off a fork. Just for presentation. I'll tell them not to eat it.
That's fine.
Okay. We got a little sweat on the brow here.
It's hot in here.
He's cutting cherry tomatoes and making a rose garnish. Eddie's pulling a trump card here. I got to kick up my chef. Louis, are you up to the salad dressing?
Yep.
All right. Shoo. Eddie, shall I get you a bowl of salad? And Louis, should I get you a bowl of salad? Because this is a user-friendly competition.
Actually, I'm doing all in one, Bruce.
You're all one.
Salad and salmon at the same bowl.
Eddie's on his own. Louis, you all right?
I'm good.
Louis is good.
How much time?
I'll give you the next. I'll give you the next increment. Don't think it's not getting close.
Yeah.
Should I beat Eddie up? What degree are you at, Ed? What degree are you at, Ed?
What's that?
I'm worried about the smoke alarm. What does your thermostat say? Okay, thank you. Not only do we don't have to evacuate, but if it goes off, like they tell everybody to evacuate. And now it's the good point, so we don't, the good part, so we don't want to let that happen. Let's see, progress here. Well, if I give you a knife and you cut your portions in half, something for moi? Stuff looks really good.
I'm still standing.
Oh,
I'm still standing.
the artiste. Oh, we brought the artiste here. Got it.
Sorry.
Starting to smell good.
No, don't apologize.
isn't it?
It's what you do. No apologies necessary. Drum roll, nice. 5 minutes to go, chefs. What's that, Mark? Oh, yes, I certainly can. To my left right here, Ed Carpino. In the middle, Cruz. On the far end, Alphonse Squillante. Our judges for this afternoon's event, Tommy Keegan, Keegan Ailes, Nina Postupak, Ulster County Clerk, Robert Tonner, Tonner Dolls, and myself, Bruce Paley. I don't know if they're getting nervous, but I'm getting nervous.
I'm getting hungry.
Better answer. I like that answer better. But the bad news is, you're not going to get a chance to taste it.
Bruce, how much time?
I'll give you the next reading. It was 5 minutes, a couple of minutes ago.
Okay.
It's coming close. I'm going to do what I said I wouldn't do. Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's me in the phone. I gave you fair warning. 3 minutes to go.
Okay. Yeah,
3 minutes, chef.
take a couple pictures.
Are you making fun of me and my cell phone prowess? Well, you certainly can. I'll own it. I own that. I own that world.
Okay, selfie you can.
Oh, did she?
Selfie, huh?
Shall I come down with the microphone? You want to share it? Oh, yeah. Oh, I got time. So I have a dry humor joke that my father had told me a few years ago. And do you know why mushrooms grow in clumps? That's because there's not much room. But that was in sport taste. And that's just because I'm a fun guy.
Dejo la espátula.
Pepper?
Espátula.
That's my attempt at humor. Keep my day job, right?
I might get my phone.
That was a fungus guy.
Okay, I see Lewis going on the plate. Eddie, about 2.5 minutes left.
Yep.
Nothing on the plate yet.
Don't worry about it.
He's living dangerous. He's cutting into his hand. We do this and then see what happens. We only have 4 then. No, only kidding. Lewis showed me a video where this guy made coleslaw, and he was just chopping things like that back and forth into his hand. It was just the most amazing video. I don't tell my people to do that. You need any inspiration, Ed, or you good?
I'm fine.
That's all I can do.
Oh, yeah.
Alphonse, I said, you're smoking me here. I didn't think I was bringing in a couple of ringers, but
I work cheap if you need anybody's, fill in.
minute 40 left. Anywhere, Ed. Well, I think we're home free. We didn't set off any fire alarms.
I really don't.
Want to talk about taking the wind out of my sails last night when I was set up,
It's good.
when I was setting up.
Cooking that one.
One minute to go. Guys, you need me to add any more to the clock?
Nope.
Good, because you weren't getting it anyway. So it looks like, no, Ed will explain what he did. That's not my job. He's got to explain it. They have to explain their creations to the judges. I guess I get to do the, wait for it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Chefs, step away from your creation. Well, let's see how they did now. Shall we, Ed?
Sure.
Okay.
That looks pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Okay, so a little explanation about your creation there,
I
Ed?
created a warm kale and vegetable salad with pan-seared salmon and a little strawberry balsamic vinaigrette over top.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Do we eat?
Okay.
How about it?
So you guys get a minute to like go in the back and through that little hallway and say,
Okay.
and there's always a winner and there's always a loser, but nobody's a loser here because, as you can see, or as the judge will say, everything is going to be quite delicious and enjoyable and pretty easy to make. 20 minutes, they threw it together a real nice gourmet type dish from start to finish. It's a little bit of a speed contest just because it's a competition,
Yeah.
but it's to be enjoyed. Tommy, it's not lunch. It's a taste.
I skipped breakfast waiting for this today.
Well, you can come back to it, but we should go into the next chef so you're not overwhelmed.
Okay.
So, judges, move your plates forward. Louis, you're in the middle. Let's go next.
That was delicious. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I'm just make some jicama salad and a little bit. It's a little bit spicy. I don't think it's too much with the salmon. Finish it with some walnuts and strawberry, and enjoy it.
Thank you.
What about your salad, Louis?
Oh yeah, the dressing for the salad: some coconut oil, orange juice, soy sauce, something simple, very delicious.
Great.
So simple and delicious, nice and clean, healthy cooking.
Tommy, done yet?
Can I what? Oh, we can't. Oh, we can. Oh, okay. Oh, can you hold your camera up? Oh, yeah. There you go. How's that mix going? Okay.
Yeah. This is great.
Delicious.
I love cooking for guys like him. And Robert and Nina also. Some clean, fresh flavors there.
Yeah, the salad's nice.
Salad's nice, right? Nice.
Yeah.
How's that oil? Good? Taste
Yeah,
that
it's good,
coconut?
like little cleansing palate, on the palate. It's nice.
Right, okay. Something a little different. See,
the
so
second one's really good.
we all develop our own styles and methods of the way we do things and the way we present things. It's such a creative environment, cooking. That's really a small part of it. It's knowing and how to do it. But it all culminates, and when they get a chance to express themselves, it's really great. Okay, forks down, judges, next round. Well, that's what I said. It's a lot to eat.
Hey,
Well,
Bruce,
it's
isn't there a
also
beer round or
not
something?
going to be easy.
No?
Sorry,
Alrighty
Ed.
then. Judges, it's a little boutique salmon
Thank you.
with a little orange gastrique,
Thank you.
some fresh asparagus, sort of poached in the orange gastrique. All the herbs on all of our dishes come from the Canoe Hill Garden, by the way.
Yes, thank you for that, Alphonse. A really
Thank you.
beautiful display.
Thank you for
Some-
inviting me to this great event.
Super. Pleasure to have you.
And the salad is with a little walnut vinaigrette.
Oh my God.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
I brought a takeout container for every dish. Chefs, well, wait a minute. We can't applaud them yet. We got to taste this one up first, and then we'll do that. Look at that mountain of food in front of these guys. Each dish looks better than the next.
This is beautiful. If you get a close up with the flowers, this is really
Well, I
beautiful presentation.
I brought in the ringer.
Yeah.
There's a ringer in every group.
Presentation.
What are you thinking?
It's amazing how each dish has such a unique, different taste, but we're still using all the same ingredients, but it's amazing how different each of them tastes. You know, the kale and then the light with the strawberries and the asparagus, it's amazing.
Yep. Job well done, chef.
Yes.
Well, that's a slam down. You get the goods, bring them to the table, and they're all different.
It's amazing.
They can't stop eating this. This is magnificent. This is a chef's delight when your guests can't put down their forks. So, I mean, you can keep eating. You can make a judgment. You can come back and eat. The call's all yours. Nina, I love it. You can't stop. It's great.
It's delicious.
All good.
Very
All good, right?
All good.
So we can confer the three of
Yes,
us?
of course. It's like the. So the chefs that we have to talk about, like when they're in the back, I think I did this wrong. Did I draw blood? Oh, yes, yes, let's do questions. Thank you very much.
We'd like to know what ingredients each chef used specifically.
Alphonse, your ingredient list?
Which ingredient are you predominantly?
No, totally.
Totally.
Tell us what went into your dish.
Oh, okay. My dish was just a oiled salmon, the organic salmon, just pan-seared a little bit. I added the asparagus right to the dish to kind of poach it. Excuse me. And it was just a little citrus gastrique, which is just a orange and lemon kind of a reduction. Add a little bit of butter, because I know we're heart healthy here, so to cream it up a little, and that was basically it. The fresh herbs, like I said, from the garden of Canoe Hill, and just topped it off a little virgin olive oil, and that was really it. Everything clean, fresh, simple. My salad was the greens, the organic greens. I made a little sherry vinegar vinaigrette, a little bit of mustard, a little bit of shallots, olive oil, a little bit of honey. That was it. Toss it, some walnuts, and some strawberries. You're welcome.
I marinated the fish with olive oil, some lemon zest, pepper, salt, and pencil a little bit. For the salad, for the jicama salad, I used some peppers, squash, jicama, obviously, some lemon juice, and a pinch of cayenne pepper.
And your salad dressing?
Oh, the salad dressing is just orange juice, coconut oil, and soy sauce. That's it.
And let's hear the chef on the end. What went into your
What I did is I took a little bit of kale and a little bit of escarole, and I sauteed them down in a little bit of olive oil with garlic, a little red onion, and shallot. I added zucchini, peppers, red and orange peppers. The salad dressing was a strawberry and organic balsamic glaze, which I thinned out a little bit with a little bit of white wine and a little bit of walnut oil, tossed, and pan-seared the salmon. And basic, very little, no butter, nothing really fattening in it.
Great. It's wonderful to hear all these amazing ingredients actually come from things you have at home done in 20 minutes. Incredible. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, one of the things, like Ed had mentioned, is the oils. So in cooking and enjoying, we have to have a moderation situation where it's good to use, watch your fat content and your fat oils. But there's such a vast majority of oils out there, not only virgin olive oil, peanut oil, sesame seed oil, walnut oils, and used in the right amounts and the right quantities are heart healthful. And if you're not going to enjoy what you're going to eat, you're not going to stay on that particular type of program. So even as Alphonse used his butter, in the right amounts, butter is good. It's all natural. It's not margarine. It doesn't have a lot of it doesn't have preservatives. It's an all natural product. There again, when you're used in the right quantities and the right amounts, you're staying in a heart healthy venue. We just have a tendency to overdo it in our lifestyles.
Bruce, are we ready to go to the judge's decision, and then we'll answer more questions?
Judges, are you ready? You're back. I know you're not back to make a decision. You came back for more lunch.
Right.
Well, all you guys.
We have one question first. What's for dessert?
20 more minutes, Robert.
Let me run the stewards.
Good.
You want to take the lead on this one?
No,
Let the boss do it. Let the county boss do it.
We're going to let Tommy do it because I think he really can explain why we chose the dish we did. But all of them were absolutely delicious. It was a very, very difficult choice. And thank you for allowing us to do this. It was a wonderful experience, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Nina.
Okay, yeah, so this was a very difficult decision. Everything was beautiful and delicious, and every presentation was great. When you first put that warm kale salad down in front of me, the first thing I thought of was great, because when I'm home and not eating on a stage in front of a camera, which is, I thought I'd be nervous if I had to cook, on stage. Now I'm eating on stage, it's kind of nervous. But I always, I love having it all in one bowl so I can, mix the flavors, and everything came out perfect. The fish was cooked perfectly, all three of them. And likewise with yours, the jicama really had such a great flavor. Just a little bit of it, it's a strong flavored food, so it went really nicely. And then the salad was nice and clean and simple, and a really good cleanser in between each bite. But I think we're going to have to give the grand prize to Al here. I don't know if it was because we love his motivation and he gets started earlier, or he just got right to it, or we could smell his first maybe, because we're closest to the judges' table. But the presentation was delicious, beautiful. The food was delicious. Everything was cooked exactly right. I was a little afraid personally that because you were done so soon, that the salmon might have cooled off a little bit too much for me. But it wasn't. It was exactly right. And, how do you go wrong with putting asparagus on the plate next to salmon? Everything was great. So that's, I think, our unanimous decision.
Absolutely. Great job, everybody.
Yes, thank you so much.
So the winner in his name gets to get a $100 monetary gift to a charity. So in the name of Alphonse Squillante and the Canoe Hill Vineyards.
Thank you.
Excellent job. Thank you.
Thank you. Delicious.
Alphonse, do you have a charity that you would like to donate?
Think of one. I usually get to St. Jude's, so I probably do St. Jude's.
St. Jude's is fine. That's great. So no winners, just Alphonse gets bragging rights.
And the bragging rights are for Canoe Hill Vineyard in Millbrook.
And you can't go there to eat, but you got to be specially invited.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
And thank you, Louis. Thank you. And Ed. Great. Thank you, audience, for joining us.